Okay, says I'm live. Hi, Lane. It's going to be weird today because I don't have my regular chat, but oh well. We'll give people a few minutes to come in here. Let me go plug my phone in. You'd think I could get my dumbass ready on time, right? And you'd be wrong. Hi, Lena. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Nana Mo. All right, I'm here. I'm ready. I had my other computer set up, and then somehow I knocked myself out of broadcast. When I went back, it did the same thing it did last week. So I had to run and get Robert's computer. Hi, Kimberly. Hi, Orla. Hi, Kat. Hi, Carol. Kathy Arbor. I think I'm going to order one of those color books that you sent to Dee Dee, Orla, because I like the whole idea of them donating the money. So, hi, Dorothy. Hi, Artie Dar. And Kenny. All right, settle down. I think I'm gonna watercolor today and do a magical background. I don't know. I don't know what I might end up doing. Hell, what do I know? Let me grab my pen real quick. So I hope you guys are having a good day. Okay. I think now I'm set up. Such a dope sometimes. Watercolor and I don't get water. Hi, Gail. Hi, Elaine. I said Elaine before. Hi, Nashua. Hi, Galena. And I did get the magicals out, get the little spray bottle. Put water in that too. But I'm going to show some books and stuff first. I did get all that out. So we're going to please me and please Eileen today. That's the goal. Because when I watercolor, she just goes and takes a nap. Hi, Joycey. You're nervous, doggy. Oh, I hope your puppy's okay, Gail. All right. I'm going to show first, I don't know how many of you, I know a lot of you, but I don't know how many, have been to Kathy Arbor's stream here on YouTube. And she did a file folder project. And the plan was kind of do one a month and put kind of your artwork and everything, whatever you want in there, right? So I resisted doing it. Hi, Holly. I resisted doing it because I thought, oh, the last thing I need is another project. I've got plenty of projects. I haven't even finished my own scavenger hunt project, which I need to do. And I'm going to do probably this week, but we'll see. And I got spring coming, which makes me want to get my butt outside. So, but then watching everybody do it, I was just like, oh gosh, I want to do that. So I went ahead. Hi, Dee Dee. I went ahead and started the March one, and we'll see how I do with March to determine whether or not I continue doing it. I love the idea, and if you've seen Kathy Arbor's and Lena's, you just want to do it so bad. So I went ahead and I did the March one, and we'll see where I go from here. Now, Kathy Arbor, hi. You said, oh, you did great. Well, wait until you see the inside. It's a disaster, I think, because I haven't really done anything. This is the cover of my file folder, and I should have taken all the junk out, because inside I really haven't done anything yet, right? But I do like using the paper that I have stashed, because I'm more of a paper hoarder than a paper user. But I did love this. This is Tim Holtz, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because I have the vellum in it too. So I went ahead and I did cover the folder itself. And I got out the Daphne diary to use all that stuff. And I just did this on the back because I'm not sure what I'm going to do back there. But anyway, I did get the file folder cover, and I need to fix the edge here. But so far, I like this part of it, right? Because it's Tim Holtz paper, and all I did was the lettering. And then I started gathering stuff to put in it. So this would be like a library card holder. This is just the template that I use to cut them, because I don't have the die. I know Eileen would say, well, you need to buy the die. Well, then when you get started with this stuff, then I thought, well, I should go through my napkins and see what napkins I could use in it, right? Because when I was going through my paper, I love this paper with the bird. And I thought, you know, my March one will be kind of spring, because it is getting very spring-like in Oklahoma right now. So I pulled out a couple other sheets that I wanted to use. And I've had this vellum, which matches this paper, forever. And I don't believe I've ever used one sheet of it, you guys. I love it. I love it so much, and I hoard it. But I don't believe I've ever really used one sheet of it. So it's time to use this stuff. And then I got out the Daphne's diary, just because all of her stuff is so spring-like. And so I thought, okay, I'm on a start here. I'm gathering up stuff to use. Right? I'm yelling at you? I haven't even started yet, Eileen. You just wait. The good yelling is yet to come. So I thought my theme would kind of be spring, because I'm in a spring mood now, and my daffodils are up, and pretty soon tulips will be up. Yeah, iris, they're all going to be up and blooming here pretty quick in Oklahoma. And I need to get out and weed my front garden for sure. Okay, one thing I did do to put in there, I just haven't affixed it yet, was I thought, and I'm a huge believer in gratitude, so I used Eileen's envelope that she sent me, and I made a little insert, and I haven't started yet. I have notes for every day, and I used the napkins to go ahead and make this little book where I'm going to go ahead and put something I'm grateful for every day. Once you start, ideas go crazy with what you can do. I know, and I've been watching you guys. So yeah, this will be my little grateful book for the month of March. And I was able to use up some of my napkin hoard, which is ridiculous. But this will go toward the back of the book, and I'll just, let's see, where'd I put the, oh, it's right here, duh. Yeah, I'll put this toward the back like this, so I can just grab it out and write in it. And then I did go ahead, and the birds that I painted last week, I went ahead and made a photocopy of them, and I'll include those. So I was thinking my theme is spring, where you start getting a lot of birds and flowers. Well, you better make use of your 10 minutes, Kathy Berg. Hi, by the way. I do love those envelopes too. So it already, just because of the paper that I chose, yeah, is kind of already deciding what I'm going to be doing. I did not forget daylight savings time. You can't forget daylight savings time when you live with the rat, because he um he will set the clocks ahead like the day before in anticipation. And he's like that about everything. If you're going to go somewhere, say we're going at 3, he's ready at noon. And then he'll drive you batty. Are we going yet? Are we leaving yet? Are we there yet? It's just like, oh my God, we don't have to be there till 3. Hi, Joycey. You're amazed I'm doing this? Well, yeah. So anyway, I'll just go ahead and show you the stuff that I've gathered. These are napkins. I love the eggs. And the books I picked out to show today are the same thing. Just different elements. Bird's nest. I love that. And I want to paint some bird's nests. Peacocks. Love peacocks. So I had a ton of stuff. So it's not like I don't have the material to do it, you know. It's more the motivation, I guess. But then watching everybody else gets you really motivated. Some of these napkins are just gorgeous. And then I did start another painting, and it's out on the couch, of the daffodils and some crocus. Put a bird on it. Exactly. I have plenty of birds, right? But I ended up going through every napkin I own. I love this one too. This yellow bird. I like them all. Hummingbirds. They'll be here about a month from now. Hummingbirds show up in Oklahoma around April 10th. Last year it was so warm. I think my first hummingbird showed up on the 5th. So yeah, we're getting really close. So I definitely have ample fodder here. I can't whine about not having anything to work with, right? And this is Timmy paper. I pulled out some more different Timmy paper. So there's so much I could use. And I'm actually and I found this while I was looking for file folders. I did that years ago. And then this is out of Daphne's diary. I'll use some tags and stuff. So I wish I had more to show you finished, but I don't. Hi, Monique. Anybody else I might have missed? So yeah, I'll just go ahead and put all the, oh, there's a page that I have covered to put in it that I'll put some other stuff on. So I have no excuses, right? The Oklahoma state bird is the scissor-tailed flycatcher, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and I don't do bird feeders as such. I do have my hummingbird feeders right outside my window, but I don't feed the birds otherwise. In Oklahoma, I don't think they have too much trouble finding food, even in the winter. So yeah, I don't feed them. And the first year I lived here, I did, and all it did was attract squirrels and created a weed pile. So I quit doing that. And I got this book out to look at it for ideas the other day, Kathy. I'm so glad you showed these and I have a couple of them, and enabled me to buy them. There's so much inspiration in these books. So look at Eileen. I could paint that. Oh, I'm really high up because that file folder was so big. Hi, Jan. You've used this book a ton. There's honestly, and even the quotes in it are just so good. This is just nothing but birdhouses. That's so cool. I don't think the birds would actually use them, but it's still cool. There's more birdhouses. There's my cousins. So yeah, if you haven't seen these books, Kathy Arbor showed them. 365 Reasons for Smiling in Thoughts and Pictures. And Scissor-tail flycatcher. That's what I thought. Should be the cardinal though. We have a lot of cardinals in Oklahoma. This one reminds me of Dee Dee because she draws good frogs. She draws good everything. But and then this one, I'm going to paint this one. Isn't that not the best bird ever? Right there. It looks like me a lot. Ange, what are you doing? I haven't seen you in forever. I'm so glad you decided to stop by. You didn't scare me, though. I love these wonky buildings. I don't, there's just so much. The owl, I could put the owl in my book. That would be a fun one to paint. See, there's so much to do, so little time. There's Dee Dee again. There's my cousin again. So anyway, yeah, that was in my pile of books that I've been sitting here looking through. And then while I was looking for other inspiration, I've shown these before, but I'm going to show them again. This is one of my very favorite books, The Art of Botanical. I'm going to have to pull out again so you guys can see. I think I'm going to close that shade. Maybe it'll help the light situation. Let's see. Yep, that's better. Get more accurate colors that way, I think. Yeah, I love this book, and it's just so my type of art. Look at that owl face. And there you get a bird, an owl, and a sloth. A macaw, I guess that's called. Look at the hummingbird up there. And this is a gallery of her finished artwork, and it's the author is Mindy Lighthype. Quite talented, I have to say. So I'm going to flip through this for you just because it's really nice eye candy. And this is what I was going through. I'm glad you did, Ange. She does do some step outs. I don't know if she talks about colors that she uses or whatever. Drawing the picture. I love that. I love that so much. So, and I don't have any hauls to show because I've been really good, you guys. I have not been shopping. And then Dee Dee went and showed the Arteza watercolors this morning, and Eileen's going, buy them, buy them, buy them. They ended up in my cart, but I have not checked out. And then I talked with Dee Dee, and I'm going to do some more review before I hit the checkout button. I would like to try them, but do I need them? That's the whole thing. I have some really nice paints. Why would I buy crap paints? Or I don't want to say crap paints because I don't think they are crap, but a lesser quality paint when I have Daniel Smith and M. Graham. But I would just like to try them so I could recommend them to you guys or not. I haven't been buying, Ange. I have not been shopping at all. Like nothing. And I'm not sick. I'm saving for a roof. I need a roof on my house. And I've already picked the contractor. Now I just got to wait for him to get me on the schedule and give me an invoice. Don't buy them. I just want to try them. I want to try everything. That's my problem. If somebody has it, I want to try it. But one thing I will say, there was a lot of colors in there that I don't have. See, Kathy, that's kind of how I am. I thought the colors were colors that I don't have in other sets. Well, I can't say that because I have the Prima sets, but I like this artichoke. I wouldn't mind doing it either. I just like the way it looks. And I think the shadows and the highlights and everything, and not to mention, I love artichokes. I like the way they've shown the drawing of this, of how the curves go. So, yep. So I don't know. I do love this book, Botanical and Bird Illustration. I got it at Hobby Lobby. The other one that I got that I love a lot, kind of a different, approach, because this is more journaling. You know, keep a journal of your walks or whatever. And when I start walking, I might do that. But this has just every kind of thing, how to approach anything in journaling, which I love. I love everything about this book. I showed this one not very long ago. I love that iris. I'm not so crazy about drawing bears and deer and stuff like that. I'm just not. Yeah, Dee Dee swatched the I would journal walk with you. I know you would, Dee Dee. Should we do that? Draw the stuff that we see on our walks every day? What would I see around here? After a weekend, I might see trash. I definitely would see birds. There's a lot of birds at the lake. Might see some deer, because there's deer around here. I like that. I could do that one really easy. Don't care about lizards and snakes. That reminds me of a song. I won't sing it. Never mind. Oh, you know what? Bless a dang woodpecker. Hi, Amy. Yeah, I don't like woodpeckers. I won't even tell you the story about that. But we've had nice weather the last couple days, and I had the doors to the breezeway open, and I went out last night to lock everything up, and there was a damn fly in there. It's like you get one day of nice weather, and what, all the flies start hatching? That annoyed me. Like, oh my God, you can't even have one nice day without a fly? Now, these are Eileen's pages here, the ones with the bugs, because she kind of is a bug. She likes bugs. I like ladybugs. Yeah, I do have hordes of geese. What's this? It's a mosquito, I guess. Grasshoppers, don't like them. So anyway, yeah, this I would say is definitely a good book, just for improving your drawing skills, whatever. The Law's Guide to Nature Drawing and Journaling. Not to mention, it's great inspiration. Like, I wouldn't mind doing this, you know, just having a journal page like that. You love bugs? I know you love bugs. You've not been arting at all, Ange? That's not good, because you loved arting. So anyway, here, why did I have a bookmark in here? Oh, I just like this little black and white bird. I think you could do that in just a matter of minutes if you wanted to just do something quickly. Bye, Kathy. Go have fun out in real life. So, yeah, I have a lot of bookmarks in my books of things that I want to do or whatever. So that's a good book. I'll show you guys my neighbor. I haven't been buying anything, but Amy sent me up this little tiny book. So I have to think up something fun to do in it. Look at it. It's just that big. It's just so cute. It's nice to have fun neighbors. Not at all. Having no space or time. Oh, Ange, that makes me sad for you. And then this book I haven't even had out in the longest time. I have a couple of hers. I love her books. I love her books. These are like so a little nature journal. I guess I could do that, Dee Dee, because I just said I want one. Yep, I love tiny books. Love them. But these books are absolutely inspirational, eye candy. Just, there's no downside to these. I'll give you the name again. Mary Jo, and it's either Koch. Knew a kid who spelled his name that way, and we pronounced it Koch, but I've also seen it pronounced Coke. So Mary Jo Koch. Yeah, I love her books. Love her books so much. They're so well done. Just, her art is beautiful. The books are well done. So I'll just flip through here real quick. Anybody would be proud to have journals like these, I think. So I obviously was looking for bird pictures. I love every one of these bird heads, and I have this bookmark because I think I probably will just do a page of nothing but bird heads. You have new art on your art, though. What? Look at flamingo. Okay, and I'll show you the page I was going to paint today, and then I changed my mind because I had a headache when I got up this morning, but it's kind of gone now, so I think I'll be okay. But when I got up, I thought, oh man, if I stream at all, I'd be lucky. And I think it's just the weather, and yesterday was so windy, and I know the pollens are out. Oh, you have new art on your arm. You got a tattoo? Well, good. I'm not a tattoo lover, but that's just me. It's your body, your deal. You get to do what you want. This right here, illumination, is my favorite type of art, no matter what, no matter where. I love illumination. Look at this. Look at that. I want to paint that. And those are all songbirds. More songbirds. I love how she did like the songbirds in the middle and then the instruments all around the edge. I just think it's laid out so well. You don't have that book? Oh my God, I'm so happy now. I'm so happy now. Kathy, you have enabled me on so many books that I didn't think that I could possibly have one that you don't have. So now I'm just so happy about my bad self. Yeah, it's in Kathy's cart. You know it is. But here's seashells and birds and eggs. Her eggs are awesome. And this one, I love this one, the bird's nest with the robin. Okay, this one's bookmarked because I was going to paint a robin originally because the robins and other certain birds down here are now nesting and laying eggs. And I know the geese probably already have eggs. We'll have baby geese here. Turnabout fair. Hi, CB. Yeah, turnabout is fair play. I'm sorry if I haven't said hi to you when you come in. But yeah, that's definitely something I'll be buying. I do love robins. They're the earliest birds. Of course, we can have your robins year-round around here. They never leave. You just don't see them as frequently, but they're here. As are cardinals and certain other bird houses. I like that one. Okay, this is what I was going to paint today. I'm going to paint this. I just don't know if I'm going to do it on stream, but I love this with the nest in the old rusty can with the bird up there building its nest, and then the quote, "A home is what one makes of it." So I love this. That's what I wanted to paint. Suicide awareness. Oh, okay, Ange, in that case, I'm going to cut you some slack, girl. And I know a lot of people love them, and it's up to each individual what they do. But my feeling is the best a tattoo looks is the day you got it. After that, it begins to deteriorate. And believe me, I'm at an age where I know how bodies deteriorate. Hi, Jade. Yeah, I don't need to see my wrinkly old ass with a tattoo on it. Even the parts that used to look good don't look good anymore. Promise. So I don't know. If you need inspiration, grab a book. I'm not kidding you. If you can't get inspiration out of this, there's something wrong with you. And I think this would be very challenging. Kathy Arbor showed a nest that she had done on her stream that I actually watched her paint. I just think that would be very challenging, very fun to do, because it would be so challenging. And something like this, you know, Something that you don't see every day. I'm pretty sure I never saw anything like that, but it would be fun just to try and depict it. Okay, and here's a bird's nest in a woman's hair. So, and look at all the feathers. I did actually paint one of these feathers in the beast this one. I painted this in the beast the other day. Just trying stuff that I've not done before. I have one of those friends in my garden. Oh, lucky you. Quick question. Can I substitute fluid matte medium for matte medium? And I would think it would depend. Hi, and I haven't sent your sequins yet, but I'm pretty sure you could, depending. If you're using it like as a glue, I don't see a reason in the world why you couldn't. If you're putting it over something that is already water soluble and not permanent, the fluid is probably going to move stuff more. But yeah, I don't know why you couldn't. I would use them interchangeably. Look at this. And who would have thought there was so many different kinds of eggs? Okay, using it as glue, yeah, you won't have any trouble at all. But if you're painting it over something that will move, the fluid is going to move it more readily, would be my guess. Like, I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. I don't have a clue, but I'm just telling you what I think. And all the rocks. Those are awesome. That is awesome, amazing. And then the little nest with eggs right in there. The skills, man. I need the skills. All the different kinds of eggs. Thoughts on egg laying? I've never seen a fluid matte medium as compared to regular matte medium. They make it in like a gel, and then the one I use is more fluid. Yeah, there's a regular matte medium that comes in a little pot, and it's more gel-like. Get on Amazon and look it up. I could probably learn some of these birds too. I'm not like a bird watcher. I had friends who were bird watchers. Pheasants, they're beautiful. I mean, who would even thought that like even an ostrich foot would be so interesting? So there you go. Those are the books that I've been using to get inspiration for my, okay, remember last week I was talking, last week or the week before, doing a study of just birds' eyes. There you go. I picked up this book, and what's in there? A study of bird eyes. Hello? Brilliant minds, right? So I should put... Yeah, put a bookmark in there so I can go directly to it when I go to look for that again. But that's gorgeous. Yep, I'm so lucky. And I've got another one of her books. Do you want me to go get that, Kathy, so you can see the other book of hers that I have? That just tickles me to death. Is this the same book? Yeah, that's all been out of the same book. And then I got this one out to work out of today, Watercolor Unleashed. This woman does a lot of different techniques with, this is Jane Betteridge, and I'm sure all of you have seen these books. They're at Hobby Lobby. And I'll flip through it real quick. And I was going to use the granulation medium today. But then I knew Eileen would probably prefer if I tried to do a watercolor with a magical background. So I can do either. The one that I'm going to work on, that I'm going to do, it's really, really simple, you guys. You can do it with me. So if you want, get out some watercolor paper and some watercolors. It's so simple. Everybody can do it. That was a lot of info in one book. Yeah, it is. Yeah, her books are amazing. They're a little pricey. I bought that one used, so it didn't cost me that much. I'm sure it was under $10. So any book I can get for under $10, I'm happy. But in this book, she does a lot of different techniques. You learn a lot out of this book. I like it. I got it on sale at Hobby Lobby. I love. Was this the one that you had me gluing down eggshells and everything else, Eileen? I don't remember now. But this one, she's actually using the leaves as real leaves as texture. I think Lena was talking about a leaf like that. Looked like the worms had eaten it or something. I don't remember now. But yeah, she does some amazing stuff. More abstract, I think. But she does give you the step outs, which I like a lot because I'm so new at this. This daffodil, I want to do this one for sure. The daffodil I just made up out of my head. The eggshell one, yeah. Hi, Mary. Making lunch and fussy cutting. Ugh, I'd love to eat lunch, but the fussy cutting, you can keep that to yourself. I'm not a fussy cut person. So the one I picked was very, very simple. And this one, she's using cotton thread. I use gauze and stuff like that. I've never actually used just cotton thread. That would be kind of interesting. I wanted to do the one, but you can't, when you're streaming, you can't use like plastic food wrap and stuff like that because it just takes too long to dry. So when you use the food wrap, you've got to let it sit and dry for a few hours before you can manipulate it. Salt is kind of the same way. And the one I'm going to do, she actually uses salt, but I'm going to use Magicals instead. This one you watched me do a couple weeks ago. This one's just, I could have this huge on my wall and be absolutely perfectly happy. I love the colors. I love the texture, the pattern. I love everything about it. This is the one I'm going to work on today. So any of you can draw that flower. I already drew mine, but anybody can draw the flower, and then we're going to do the colorful background and maybe add salt to it. So I'll just finish flipping through here. This was, she's using the granulation medium. And if we have time, I might get out the Primatech today and use the granulation with them. Yeah, I like the snow scene too, as long as it's on paper and not in my yard. Love this one. This one, your imagination just kind of goes wild, right? She's gauze in it. And I love the way the gauze looks. So in this book, there's actually a lot. I want to try that one too, the snowdrop. Well, wait a minute. I did that one. I did a different one, but using that flower. So, yeah. Lots of inspiration in books. Lots and lots. And I think that's all I had to show today. Because I kind of cleaned up. I put things away, if you can believe it. Let me just look here real quick. That's the watercolor book I'm in the midst of reading. All these I'm done with. Okay, guess that's it. Nothing else new around here. That goes over here. Okay. So let me grab, I'll get the brush out, but I don't know that I'm going to need it. I was going to use masking fluid to cover up the white flower, and then I thought, no, I'm not gonna. If some of it leaks into the flower, I'm okay with that. So yeah, that's, I do too. And I have another book, what's the artist who does the amazing backgrounds? Carlin Holman. These one I love her backgrounds. God, I almost wish I'd chosen that for today. Isn't that gorgeous? But I like her backgrounds that are not just flat watercolor. Yeah. And I've done this one on stream. So, but these kind of backgrounds, yeah, I think they're really fun and interesting. So this one today is we're actually just going to do the background and the white flower is going to emerge, is kind of the plan, right? So I did go ahead and draw it, and this is small. This is 6 inches by 8 inches on the handmade caddy paper from India. So that's what I thought. So if you want to draw along, let me pull down so you can see the actual. I just drew it from that. But yeah, it's a simple drawing. You can do it. Just draw the white flower out, and then I'm going to put the magicals in the background. She used watercolors with salt, which I could have done just as easily, but I thought, well, Eileen would like the out comes the ruler already. I had to measure the papers so you guys kind of had an idea how big I was working. Let me see, I've got some paper towel here behind me. I'll grab it. So I'm working on top of that while I'm working with magicals. Because I'm going to try and get the paper wet around it and leave that white, right? I didn't even do that on purpose, Eileen, but I sure am glad I did because you just had a heart attack. You just wet yourself. And little things like that just make me happy. All right, I think to wet the paper, I'm going to use a much bigger brush because I want it wet. But we're going to choose the colors first. She used a lot of colors: purple, blue, green, yellow. I like the purple blue. So, yeah. Oh, there's the little thing I didn't. So let me get the colors first, just so I can see them. I'm going to turn that light on for just a minute. Kind of a... I'm using magicals, and you guys have seen my setup before. I'm choosing out some colors here. I know that purple is really crazy purple. Should I get out and use my soup spoons, Eileen? Hi, Karen. Somebody else. You're welcome. Hi, Cheryl. All right. Let me think. I think I like this. This is Pop Rock Purple. It's got white in it. We're going to try that one. And then a lighter blue. I'm going to get out the dark blue. We're going to use just a hair of it, but I want the lighter blue. And then some green. Which green? I think I'm going to use the lime green. And just in case I want it yellow. Okay, that's all the colors we're going to use. I'll get out my salt because I don't think I've ever used salt with magicals. I don't think I have. Do you remember if I have, Eileen? But I'm going to get it out and we might try it. And then I'll get out my little soup spoons because I'm hoping they're a little bit easier to control than even the shakers. So when Eileen and I talk about my soup spoons, we're talking about these little spoons. A fib named Amanda sent me these. And then I guess they got on Amazon and ordered them up. And we were laughing that I told her she could eat soup out of them. Or eat soup with them because they're so tiny. You think I have used salt with the magical? See, I don't remember. But that doesn't mean anything because I don't remember yesterday. Oh, it's dark in here with the shade clothes, but I know it works better. So we're just going to go with it. All right. Wish us luck. Okay. One thing I'm going to do. I don't like that stem going straight down. And that's just mostly so I don't put water there. And I should spray the back of this. I'm going to right now. You'll get less buckle if you spray the back of your paper. And then I'm going to try and keep the water away from the flower itself. I don't know how this is going to work because you can't control the magicals. I'm just telling you, it's impossible. I'm going to try my best. But yeah, it's impossible. I might have to water this a bunch of times. I don't know. I'm probably going to want my mini mister too. This is really one of the first times I've ever tried to control the magicals. So wish me luck. I'm not sure that it's even possible. We're going to find out though. There's a cat hair in there. I don't charge extra for cat hairs. Okay, there. Now, hopefully, when the magicals hit, they kind of will steer clear. I have a feeling the flower won't stay white for long. Well, we're going to find out, Eileen. We are going to find out. And with magicals, they're permanent. So it's not like I can, with watercolors, where you could go pick them up. See, Eileen? If I try and, oops, got a little in there. But I thought if I wet the paper, I could knock it off the white flower. See, that's pretty good. I did pretty good controlling that, right? Put the lids back on. The paper's still pretty darn wet. And then I'll try and spray it. We're going to find out. This could be the most harebrained idea ever. If it is, hashtag it's all Eileen's fault. I'm just going to put a little bit of the dark. And CB's sitting there going, oh yeah, I've heard that before. But I've done good keeping it away from that the white flower, right? Okay, let's get the mini mister out and make sure everything's good and wet again. I'm going to use a tissue to kind of this is working pretty good. Look at how careful I'm being. I love that. Now, if I can just keep up the good work, put in some, and the paper is pretty buckled, so, yeah. But it's not going on the white flower, so there's that. And then I'm going to fill in some of the white with green. So Eileen, you ordered the soup spoons. What are you going to do with yours? Oops. Okay, now I'm going to add the lime green. You know what? Before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's real wet again. Try to keep it off the flour. I don't care if a little bit gets on the flour. I just don't want the flour soaking wet. Okay. Now some green. I'm liking this so far. So this is a lesson in how to control magicals. Which you can't really do. This is a lesson in how to kid yourself that you're going to control magicals. Because you're not going to. I want a little bit more green so it kind of looks like a blurred background. I might be dreaming here. Probably am. To use your magicals, you're keeping them in jars. Okay. You're not going to put them in the sprinkler bottle? Okay, here where it's puddling. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm going to go ahead and sop some of this up. And these are backs off of the napkins that I showed you earlier. I've just got a big pile of them here, and I use them. You know what else I could do? I could actually be using my paintbrush to move this. I like how that green has moved. That's my stomach. Okay, sweet. I am liking that background. Soup spoons. What did I miss? Oh, I don't know. Eileen and I were talking about these crazy spoons. And somehow we got to calling them soup spoons. And she said she could eat 1 can of soup for an entire month so she'd have more money to spend on supplies. And I said I make Robert eat out of the pan because I don't like dirty utensils. You'd have to read it on Twitter. Sometimes we talk absolute nonsense, but it's so entertaining for me. I'm not sure that it's entertaining for anybody else. As long as it's entertaining for me, I'm all good then. Okay, little bit of yellow. And actually, that was just almost the right amount of purple. I didn't want it too purple, so I'm happy with that. And then this is just yellow to fill in. Yellow should work well with all the colors that are down there. So poor sweet Robert, my butt. He's so lucky. And when he forgets, I remind him how lucky he is. All right. The problem with these mini misters, they just run out of water too fast. I put mine all in the little vials. I kept the little jars, though, because the little jars, I think, could be very useful if I could figure out what I want in the little jars. But they're probably going to end up in the trash really quick. Why would you hoard those little jars? You enjoy it? It's very entertaining. Eileen and I on Twitter, we can be pretty goofy sometimes. All right. All right, I'm going to suck up some of that water that pooled there in the middle. But I'm happy with this background. You don't have any of the magicals. You have the fusions. The magicals are really fun. But that's pretty much what I could say for them. They're fun. They're hard to use in your art, in my opinion, other than just as a background. But they're so much fun to play with. Like, you never know what you're going to get. Every time it's different. So in that respect, I really like them because they're just so darn much fun. Excuse me. See, you can see my allergies are just like, ugh. That's all right. I want to add some blue back in down here, but I'm liking this. I may have to do more of this using the magicals as a background. Now, one thing about the magicals, if you don't completely dissolve them, they will move on you. See that? There's places where I've got little bits of powder. Those will definitely move again. So just be aware of that. But when they're dry, if you've gotten them totally dissolved, they're permanent. So, and the reason this works well and why it's not running into the flour is because I never got the flour wet. I've got some powders in there, and after I dry it, I'm going to try and brush those powders off so that I can do the shadows and stuff in the flour. So let me right now, while things are still kind of under control. Wrong heat gun. Where is my heat gun? Houston, we have a problem. How did it get over there? I think Roxy comes in here and jacks with my stuff when I'm not looking. It's got to be her. Okay. Heat gun. It is like tie-dye, right? It won't take long to dry. Okay, right now, I'm going to go ahead and use this and pick up some of the powders before they're completely dry so they won't reactivate. The white is always resistant to dissolving readily, so I definitely want to get that off there. You can see where, like right here, that's where a lot of the white powder was sitting. So I think the only one that I used that had a lot of white in it was the purple. Okay. I think this is dry enough that I can brush it real quick. Is the camera focusing or is it my eyeballs? All right. The infusions are hard to get because of the brown undertones. They're best if you do a lot of antique looking things. Oh, I have the walnuts crystals too. I actually do want that somewhere. I'll get a clean napkin backing and see if I can brush the rest of these off. I'm not really picking up much color doing this, so it is absorbed into the paper. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Cool background. All right. Now, thinking. There is some of the little powders in the white flour, but you guys really can't see it. Oops, I didn't want to do that. All right, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to wet that. And if I end up with a little bit of color, that's okay. We'll see. I'll do down in the stem just to see how much color I'm going to end up with, because I'm going to end up painting it green anyway. Okay, that's not bad. All right. Now watch, there'll be a lot of color up here in the flower. Nope, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Glad that picked up, because that I wouldn't have been happy with. It's going to stay white for the most part, so that's good. So that, I would say, is one of the definite advantages of the Magicals. Now you're done. Move on to something else. Isn't she a pain in the ass? Hi, Elizabeth. I got to finish the flower, and then we'll move on to something else. You tell me what we're going to do next. Because otherwise, I'm going to pick out another watercolor and work on the watercolor. Because really, all I have left to do on this is shadows. So I'm going to get out the probably the Payne's Gray. And unless I want to do it with Magicals and match something in the background. Oh, I've never watercolored with Magicals either. Maybe I want to do that. That would be fun. For me, I'm not sure if it's fun for anybody else. I'm going to use the Magicals. Something messy, of course. Well, I knew that. That goes without saying. I'm going to use a little bit of this dark blue and really, really water it down and use it for the shadows. Because I've never, ever watercolored with the Magicals. And it might take a gallon of water because these things are so strong, the pigments. Okay, there's a little bit of the blue. Let's see. We're going to do a little test. Look at how crazy that is. And then I wanted this pretty light. So, yeah, that's way too dark. OMG. I'm going to have enough of this blue to last 5 lifetimes. I could use like maybe 2 particles of the Magicals. All right, let's see how it's going to dry. This is how dark it is at this point. That's not bad. Crazy, isn't it, Nana? All right. It won't take long to finish this. I'm not sure. Oh, well, if it goes up into the edge of the flower a little bit, I don't mind. I just want it real subtle. And it should, I hope, dry a lot lighter than it is. I don't know why my phone keeps beeping unless somebody's messaging me. I'm going to dry this and then probably ink it a little bit. I want a really dark green. I don't have a really dark green. All right, I'm going to have to use real watercolor because I don't have the color I need in Magicals. Okay, I'm going to ask in chat. You guys saw Dee Dee use those Artezas today? Does anybody else have those? And did you put them in pans? Because I asked Dee Dee and she said she put them in pans many, many months ago when she got them and that they cracked and broke. And if they're going to crack and break, then yeah, I probably. Oh, Obi, I had a dog named Obi too, Gail. 10 teeth pulled. Wow, 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 wow. And an old dog, that's really dangerous, actually. So I'm glad he's doing well, Gail. I have an old cat, and I've never had a cat that lives old. You have them and not in pans, still in the tubes. You like them. You don't have any because they're watercolors. Oh, you guys. But I was just curious if somebody put the Arteza into pans and whether or not they'd had any luck. So somebody tell me. All right, I'm going to dry this. And then I want to do another layer of the green at least. And then I'm going to ink the flower. I'm not sure I love the shadow, but you know what I think? Okay. have the gouache, and yes, I did it. Okay, Gail put them into pans, and so far so good. Okay, well, cool. I don't know. I'm going to go out and read reviews and see what people who have actually used them think about them. I'm trying to convince myself that I don't need them. And the truth is, and I know, I really don't need them. You don't need them. Both cracked, but months later. Okay. You just ordered the 36 half pan. Okay. I don't know. I'm more interested because of the colors that you get in them. You know, colors that you're probably not going to use very often, but it sure would be nice to have. And because they're relatively inexpensive. That's kind of my thinking, but I don't know if it's, I'm thinking that because I'm trying to justify it. You know what I mean? Truth is, any color that I need, I could probably mix. But it sure is nice just to have them ready when you want them, right? Ian, you do not need them. Okay, I'm listening to Ian. Everybody's saying you don't need them. Okay. You guys, thank you. You just saved me money. I don't need to be spending the money anyway until my roof is on. All right, where is a cool pen? Let's see if I have a cool pen here. Which one I want? That one will work. That one's going to be too broad, I think. Yeah. Kind of like this one. That's the plastic nib. I'm going to use that. Leave that one out just in case. No. I'm very indecisive today, right? I hope that's dry enough and I don't jack with my pen. And this will go in my file folder. I gotta watch somebody do the, what do they call them, like a waterfall? Okay, now I'm gonna get out my gray pen. Light gray. All right, this one should work. It's kind of warm gray rather than the cool gray. I've had these gray pens forever and I hardly ever use them. And I thought, I need to go ahead and start using them. Sometimes the gray, it's just there and you don't really see it. Okay, hang on. I'm going to have to back up and chat and see. Have you got the itch to buy something new? No, because I'm going to have a new roof. Is Happy Di here? Hi, Happy Di. Haven't seen you in a long, long time. Hope the world is treating you well. All right, should we pick out something out of one of those other books? I like it. I like it a lot. I do want to do the magicals again. Maybe I should just do this same exact drawing again because it's very simple, and then do salt in the background. But I'm going to do it on different paper that I hope will lay flatter. That's what I'm thinking. I think I will. All right, I'll leave that there for you guys to look at. I do like that though. And the flower came out good. I was worried about keeping the magicals out of it, and I've got a few places where the magicals kind of went in, but that's okay. I don't mind it. It looks good. So what paper do I want to use? Do I want to use I'll use a half a sheet. No, I'll just use the B paper. I'll get a couple of sheets of it out. I need to actually order some more B paper because that's all I got left. I only got 4 sheets of B paper left. And the B paper, B is the manufacturer's name. It's the B paper company. 140 pound, 100% cotton paper for watercolor. It does not necessarily act like 100% cotton fiber paper. I will say that. But for an inexpensive option for watercolor, it's certainly not bad. So there's that. Thanks, Joan. All right, let's do the same thing because I like the challenge of keeping the water out of the white. God, my voice is acting goofy. We can do the magicals again. Let's do a different background. You want to do a red background this time? Okay, bye, Mary. Have a great day. All right. This is how hard this flower is to draw, you guys. I'm going to do the flower a little bit bigger this time. That's exactly how hard that is. So anybody can do that. But we're going to play with magicals again. Only this time, what colors do we want? And I want to try it with salt because I didn't put salt on that last one. The darker colors make the white flowers really stand out more, which I really do like. And I hardly ever use red. Do I want to use warm colors this time? Tell me what you guys think. Hi, Carol. The Magicals are by Lindy's Stamp Gang. Green, blue, and orange. Oh, my God. All right. I'm doing it for her. Green. I'll get a different green this time. I'll get the darker green. Green, blue, and orange. Lindy's Stamp Gang. And they come in, do I want dark orange? No, I'm going to do the light orange. They come in little pots, and you can get them either flat or shimmery. I only have the flats. I have a couple of shimmery, but not very much. And they come in little pots. I moved mine into these shakers. but they're really fun. They're just powdered pigment, but the difference between Magicals is they're permanent when dry. Other powdered pigments are not necessarily permanent when dry. So that's the biggest single difference. Eileen will have to tell you more other cool stuff about them because I don't know. I'm leaving the dark blue out because you never know. Everything needs a good dark blue in it. All right, Eileen, these are the colors I picked. I picked Caribbean blue, Musabuku green, and orange creamsicle. So we'll see. And then remind me that I want to use the salt on them. Yeah, and you can get them on Amazon too, but they don't have all of them. So if you want just the flats, like I got just the flats, some of them I had to go to Lindy's to get. And I'll show you the tubes that they come in. You get 6 colors, I think, per tube, or 5 colors per tube. So they come in a tube like this. You get 5. And this one is called like Tray Chic. Oh, brown. Brown would be awesome too. But those aren't, I haven't moved over yet because I filled up the tubes and I still had some left over because I think I bought 2 sets of those. Seems to me. All right. Let's get this paper wet. I'm going to put something underneath it again. It's nice to have something underneath because you don't make quite as big a mess, much to Eileen's dismay. All right, and I do know that the bee paper will buckle, so I'm going to go ahead and get it wet on the back as well and hopefully prevent some of the buckle and curling. And this paper will not hold water as well as that caddy paper. I just know that. So I'll let it absorb and then I'll add some more. Because when you're working with Magicals, you do want it pretty wet. I mean, you can spray on top, but I don't want the powders to move, so that's why I'm wetting this real good first. All right, this is going to look like a beach flower because we're going to use beach colors because of Eileen. We'll do the orange first. All right, that looks pretty wet. And again, I'm going to use the spoons because I feel like I have a little bit more control. And sorry, I'm not reading chat right now. Doing my thing. And I should be working probably a little bit faster. This orange has a lot of red in it. There's a little bit of white in there, I think. Okay. Got a lot of orange on there. Oh, I didn't turn my light off. Sorry. Okay, we're going to go in with the green next. This green has white in it too. Trying to stay away from the flower a little bit. If this is ugly, hashtag it's all Eileen's fault because it's her colors. I know she won't take any responsibility, but you can't blame a girl for trying. It is a blue-green, yes, it is, but it's so pretty. Of all the greens, I think that is the prettiest green, but I do love the lime green too. Oops, I guess I should leave that out until I'm done, right? All right, I need to get this wet again because I can see where it's kind of drying out a little bit, so. All right, we're adding the blue last. And this is not near as pretty as the other one, Eileen. Sorry. I might add brown to it to save it. Yeah, it's leaking in up there. Have you ever thought about what Eileen's house must look like? Because you know it's all in blue, green, and orange colors. The whole house. What color are your walls, Eileen? I imagine your walls are probably bright orange. All right. That's as much a mess as I can make with this. In Alaska, they make crafts from moose poop pellets. It's all wood. And I actually remember those, Dee Dee, from when I went there when I was about 14 with my family. I remember that they sold moose poop. I still have my doll that I bought when I was up there. I bought an Eskimo doll, and she's really pretty, and she's made out of all Alaska products. All right, well, this is really wet. I'm going to move some of this color with a paintbrush. Maybe a bad mistake, but we're going to try. Fill in some of this places because I definitely want color up around the flower itself. I can't pick it up and move it, so I'm going to leave it pretty much like that. Sop up some of the little bit of water. Now I'm going to add salt to it and let it just dry. It's really weird looking. Some of us are full of crap. Some of us more than others, Eileen. Just saying. I hope this is wet enough for this salt to do what salt does in the water color. That's a regular puddle right there. We're going to fix it a little bit. Because I know it won't soak up a puddle. It will get, oops, there's some string in my salt. The strings actually did make some really cool texture, though. I will say that. And you can't hurry salt. If you're going to use salt, you've just got to put it on there and leave it. So this won't be dry for a while. I won't be able to do anything else. So Eileen, you're going to have to be telling me what you want me to do. It's so weird that my voice is wanting to give out on me. I do like that right in there. That's awesome looking. Oh my God, Dee Dee needs to shop here. Mooseturds.com. Oh my God, Eileen. Eileen can find anything on the internet, I swear. Mooseturds.com. That's insane. All right, I'm just going to have to set this. You've seen all the poop you want to. Me too. I do actually remember that, though. Actually, look what I have. Hang on, where did I put it? Here we go. Look what I got, Eileen. Can you see that? I actually have that. Maybe I should send it to Dee Dee, do you think? Who would have thunk? I can't remember. I wish I'd written down on here who sent me the moose poop. But it's been sitting here literally for years, ever since they sent it. All right. I'm going to try and slide this over. And I can't do anything else until that salt dries. I got too much junk on this table. Yes, I do. All right, say goodbye to it. I'm going to slide it over here. Ooh, I'll put it on some newspaper, so I don't have a big mess to clean up later. Foiling Eileen's plans for my mess cleanup. Okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to love that one, Eileen. Not sure at all. All right, you guys are going to have to tell me what you want me to do next. Otherwise, I'm going to call it a day. What will the salt do? Carol, the salt, let me see if I can find one where I did the salt. I don't think it, well, let me look. All right, I'm going to have to pull the camera out so I can turn these pages. All right, here's where I use some stuff in the background. This up here, where those marks are in the purple, and it didn't work as well on this paper, and this is the same paper I'm using. But you can see where I use the gauze. It like sucks up the pigment and the water, and as it dries, you'll get the design of whatever's sitting on top of it. But that was salt up there. I have a better example though. I did this painting twice. Amy has one that I gave to her mother-in-law. Okay, here's a good salt example. See the specks in the background? The blue was the gauze. The gauze has obviously been removed. But the blue specks in the back, that's where salt was sitting on it. And I did this painting twice. And I don't remember what I was doing. I was comparing something. Probably paper, because this is on the caddy paper. This is on B paper. So, thanks, Ninamo. I think I've come a long way since I started watercoloring. I'll show you some of my early ones. I did this one with Kathy Arbor. It doesn't have salt on it. But that was a Kathy Arbor paint along. I love doing those. Love, love, love doing those. This was one I did on stream, and I was pretty proud of this one. It's, I'm gonna say 98% watercolor. I've done some ink work on it. I did some gold, but otherwise everything else is watercolor on this. So, yeah, I think I did good on that. But I would have to say on this one, I started out with a really good sketch. This was a Kathy Arbor paint along. No salt on that. And this was a Kathy Arbor paint along. And that's all I'll put in here. I've got more done. I just haven't put them in the book yet. This was out of the Fast and Furious. Those were crazy. So was this one. Okay, this one's got salt on it. The purple in the background, those marks, that's salt on this one. This one was a bunch of different mediums that we used. It's got collage, watercolor, crayon resist, and then bead gel sitting on top of it. So that one's kind of cool. This one was on stream. Is this one that you made me just do the blobs, Eileen? I don't remember. This one we used dryer lint to make the trees. It's got a lot of texture. So this one I did on stream for Eileen because she loves it when I watercolor. So yeah, I think I've come along fairly well. This is one of my very first ones. That was a paint along with Lindsay, I think. Here's salt. There's exactly what salt does. This was just painting. Yeah, these are just painting, playing with the supplies. So that's that. Yeah, the ones with the texture are fun. I'll show you guys that book real quick. I think it was at Hobby Lobby the other day when I was there, and it might have been on sale. I can't remember. No, it wasn't the Fast and Fun. Hang on. I know it's right here. A lot of us did it. Oh, I've got two books the same name, but they're not the same book. Yeah, this is it. Fast and Fun Watercolor. Painting techniques, no drawing required. So you'll see some of the ones we've done in here, like that. There's the pear one, where I used the bead gel on top. No drawing required. And they're fun. Thank you, Holly. Well, I know Debbie Epps did this, but it seems like I was working along with Colleen or something. This one was really fun. And sometimes I didn't have what they were calling for in the project, so I just had to make it up. Yeah, this is the one Eileen had me doing, where I came out with those poppies, where you just put the blobs of paint, and then you have to create the picture around your blobs. Same name, different author. Yeah, exactly. So mine look kind of different. Hey, there's a bird. Let's see what you have. Oh, I don't think that's a, but that one, it looks like she's used collage. She's collaged some book paper into the body of the bird. That's really cute. We could do that one really quick. I bet that could be done in like 10 minutes. The blobs are fun to do. They definitely stretch your imagination. I will say that. And I know one of these I did with Debbie Epps. This was the crayon resist. Yeah, I think I did that one. I just didn't glue the blobs on, I think. I don't remember. But these were really fun. And I'm pretty sure I saw this book at Hobby Lobby the other day. This one calls for sparkle, which I won't have any sparkle because I'm not sparkly. Thanks, Gary's. But yeah, these are kind of just intuitive, you know, you just do intuitively. This is one I did, I think, with Debbie Epps. And it used Frisket. I'm pretty sure. Oh, and Jean, who normally in the past has streamed right after me on Mondays, or usually shortly after me, tweeted over the weekend that she thinks she'll be ready to come back streaming a week from today. So a week from today and after me, yeah, Jean will be back. So, and Jean does watercolor. She loves watercolor. Let's see what this one is. Oh, this is molding paste, but I don't think I have that flower. But I certainly should have some flower. This one looks fun. Let's see what we need. The watercolors we don't have to worry about. If I don't have the exact one, I have something close. Crayons, extra fine Sharpie, water-based paint marker. Don't have that in white, but no worries. I've got something we can use. A spray bottle, I have that. Golden Light molding paste. I don't have golden, but I have DAP, so I could work with that. Palette knife, a lotus stencil, golden fluid acrylics. Ooh, I don't have any fluid acrylics of any kind. Try the bird with the book paper. That one is probably the most doable, and there's no instructions for it, so I'll just make them up as I go along. I like making up junk as I go along, and it will look good in my file folder. Now I have to do everything from my file folder. But the Tim Holtz paper is so pretty. I don't think anything I do on top of it is going to look as good. Where was that bird? That one's pretty cute too, where she made the nest from different kinds of paper. I don't want to have to get out a huge amount of stuff. I don't mind getting out some. There we go. Okay, gosh, my voice. The artist on this one was Gina Lee Kim. It's watercolor and mixed media on 140-pound cold pressed watercolor paper. We can certainly do that. And down here, I think I'll go ahead and try crayon resist. We'll just sketch it out real quick and get after it. How about that? Because we can. And I'll do it on paper. Well, maybe I'll do it on the watercolor paper. Now, this is not, this is its professional watercolor paper, cold press. But this is not cotton fiber, I can promise you. But it's for an inexpensive watercolor paper, it is not bad. It's not bad at all. And if I've said it once, I'll said it 100 times. Use what your budget can afford. That's the rule. And right now, with the Nula, my budget can afford peanut butter and soup for Robert. All right, I'm cutting my paper in half, Eileen, and look, I'm not even using a ruler. I got out this piece of crap paper cutter that I hate so bad. But I'm afraid to get my ruler out because Eileen will have a stroke if I get my ruler and X-Acto out. What book is that? This is Fast and Fun Watercolor, Painting Techniques, No Drawing Required. Gina Lee Kim. Okay. I will quickly sketch that out, and I'm going to go get some book paper. I think the only book paper I have up here is coffee stain, but that's fine. Oh, no, I've got some different. Okay, cool. All right, I don't know what I put on this, but the one side is stained a nice brown and the other side is white. So I could use some little bit of each of it, actually. Okay, if you're going to paint along, I'll pull the camera down so that you can kind of get an idea. The bird is pretty easy to draw. I'm going to do it in this format. Yeah, I'll just use graphite. I was going to say I could get out my water soluble, but I don't care because I'll probably ink it after I'm done anyway. Okay, so the tree's going to go like that, right? And then the bird will sit here. So yeah, that'll be fine. It'd be a little fatty bird. That's about right. Okay. All right, let me get out crayon. We're going to try a crayon resist. See how that'll work. Oops. Oh, you know what? Where did I put it? Where did I put it? I actually bought some wax resist little pencils. Where did I put them? Now watch when I want them. There they are. Yay me. I put them in a reasonable place. You could use Crayolas, but after I tried it the last time and I wasn't really happy with the way the crayons worked, I walked into Hobby Lobby and I bought these in the watercolor department, these wax resist little pencils. We're going to use one of those. I'm glad I remembered those, that I actually had them. Yay, me. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do with the resist. She actually glued that on. I'm going to put it directly on the paper, and we're going to see if we can't do a resist with it. Now you guys have got to tell me, am I using regular watercolor, or do you want me to use the Magicals again? I don't care which I do. And you guys won't be able to see this, obviously, because it's invisible. I can see it by the shine. So can you see that? I'm going to have it go off the page too. Use watercolor? Okay, I'll use watercolor. Okay. So this stuff will just magically appear. All right, and then she did designs in them. So let's do designs in them too. These definitely, you can feel them on the paper, so that's kind of cool. They're definitely going to resist. I'm almost certain of that. So that's a good thing. And I'm doing this quick, so we'll see how it turns out. Okay. All right, Eileen should be happy because I've gotten more stuff out. I checked over to where did I put it? Wish I had a dime for every time. Oh my God, Teresa. That's why I said in my scavenger hunt book, my random useless fact was like something like the average person spends 2 days a year looking for stuff, and the average artist spends 100 days. And I swear that's true. Okay, I'm picking up most of the drawing now. And I'm going to do the back in just a real abstract kind of way, like she did. She used greens and pinks and yellows. I'll do much the same. We'll just try and do much the same. Let me get these magicals out of the way, though. Sorry, you're just looking at my arm moving stuff. I always am afraid that I'm going to get the magicals wet somehow, you know, like that would be the worst thing ever. Yep, Eileen's happy. I've got tons of junk out here. All right, I'll just use the Daniel Smiths. The top half here is Daniel Smith. From here down is M. Graham. So I'll just use them because I already had them out to use the dark green. So, yep, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, let me get some paper or some paint in the palette first. We're going to use lime green. This is probably my favorite. We're going to use pink. I don't have pink. That was one of the colors that I was thinking. I think this is pink. Let me see. Yeah, it's a dark pink. We'll use it. But we'll use it a light version of it. All right. And yellow. Any yellow is pretty, so doesn't matter if we use M. Graham or Daniel Smith. They're all pretty. Is that it? The pink and yellow together might make really, really pretty orange. All right. There's our colors. I might want another darker green, so let me get out. I wish I had the sheet over here. We're flying in the dark with this, man. We'll do a light version of this. That's the yellow. I know what it is. It's really pretty. All right. Here we go. Prepared or not. Oh, yeah, you can definitely see how that is resisting. I'm going to go right over the branch. The only thing I'm not going to go over is the bird itself. I've got to erase that. And well, I could just collage over it. Yeah, that resist is seriously working good. Yep, baby. That's what I like. When a product works like they say it's going to. And all I'm doing here is wetting the paper so that when I drop the pigment in it, it will run really good. And it's totally abstract. I'm not trying to recreate anything or anything like that. So, got it? Sorry, I'm not reading chat, you guys. All right, down here around the bird, I should spray the back so I can get rid of some of this curl. I forget to do that all the time, even though I know that that is a good thing to do. Your paper will stay a little flatter if you'll do that. Okay, got quiet, sorry. I like kind of working with this big brush. I'm definitely probably going to need more pink. Sorry. Green and pink together are always really pretty. You guys probably can start seeing the resist now. That's very cool. I have to remember to use that. Sorry, you guys aren't seeing that. The pink is getting dirty up there. I'm not going to worry about it. Pick up some of it right in there. Pissy pink is always dirty. You just don't like anything good. I'm not a huge fan of pink, but I do like pink, so. I did add some of that magical blue up here toward the top. And some of the hooker's green I think I'm going to add in. All right. Now I need to dry this. It's probably going to take longer than I would like, but that's okay. Hang on. Before I start drawing, I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit more pinker so it stands out. All right, heat gun. I'm going to get a mark there for sure. Not much I can do about that now, I don't think. Oh, well. We're going to live with it. Not in the office. Hi, Mary Kim. All right, I'm going to let that finish air drying. And then I'm going to look at this bird to see kind of how I think it seems like she probably painted the bird red first and then collaged some of the paper on there. And then painted just a light coat over the collage. So I think that's what I'll do. That's what I'm guessing. As best as I can tell, that's what she did. So we're going to try and do it much like she did it. Oh, this is really wet. I don't think I want to be in Washington right now. Of course, we're all going to be dealing with it sooner or later, but yeah, Washington's a scary place right now. What color red? It's kind of an orange red. So let's see. Let me get my swatch. It's easier if you can just see the color rather than guessing. This is the swatch card for that palette, so I think I'll do the Scarlet Pearl that's just pretty orange, really. No, we're going to use that one. And I'll add a little bit of the red next to it. I think that brush was dirty when I put it in there. All right, better. And I'm just adding it to what little bit of yellow is left in there. And I don't need that much because the bird is just not that big. But I do save these palettes and use them. Let's see what color we got here. Yep, like that. And I can paint right over the wings and everything. The only thing I won't color is the beak. Because I'm going to go over this with the black. So I don't have to just not paint the wings. Sometimes it's just easier. This weekend I watched a new Netflix show on the Unabomber. That's how weird I am, you guys. That's what I spend my time doing. I don't know what just made me think about that. Probably painting this bird. Anyway, don't you guys wonder what makes people tick? You know, like I was watching that, and what in the world would make a guy move off in the middle of nowhere? I mean, literally in the middle of nowhere, Montana. And I've been to Montana plenty of times. Become a hermit and start bombing people. Like, really. What is wrong with people? I'm going to go ahead and paint his tail, even though it's going to be black here in a minute. But that way, though, if I miss something, his little red will show through, which I kind of like that idea. Now Eileen's snoozing. Okay, while that's drying, that's where we're at so far. I'm not crazy about that going on up there, but that's okay. We might add more to it later. I'm going to go ahead and tear some of this out. Don't need a huge amount because the bird's not that big, right? And I think it needs to be fairly small pieces. Okay. Annie says, you aren't weird. I watched that too and one did the same thing. Okay, Carla does the same thing. See, and I'm sitting there thinking, you know, I could be watching something that's really entertaining and makes you laugh and stuff like that. But no, I'm sitting here binging on what makes a weirdo like that tick, you know? Like, and would you know it if you met him? That's another thing that always goes through my head. If I had met Ted Kaczynski in real life, would I have gone, this boy is crackers, you know? Or would I just been like, you know, he's an oddball and but he's just out doing his own thing, not hurting anybody. When in reality, he's mailing bombs to freaks, you know? Yeah, you're probably right, Eileen. It's that pissy pink. You're a sucker for those documents. See, I am too. I am a sucker for those kind of documentaries. All right, we're just going to, I'm just thinking if I want to use the extreme glue, ideally, I'd use matte medium or something to glue this on because this is water soluble. I mean, so, but we're going to use it anyway. Do I want to use the darker color on it or the lighter? You've met people that you've wondered about. Well, I think you could meet them every day and not maybe even know it. I think I'm going to use the, yeah, I'm going to use the dark. I really am. And then at the same time, I start wondering, well, maybe it's you. Maybe you're the freak. But yeah, I do wonder about people like that. Use that medium. Oh, Eileen, you need to cool your jets, girl. Get your panties out of a wad and just chill. Go watch a documentary about Ted Kaczynski and make you feel normal, that you're not out doing that. But the thing that really got me about that, and I watched the whole thing over the weekend, and I'd seen other things. I mean, I was alive when all that happened, right? So, was that his sister-in-law is the one who suspected him all along. That's pretty weird. I'm just putting these any old random place, and hopefully the water won't lift them up. That's what I'm hoping. That's the idea. All right. Probably have enough. We'll put some right in there. Because he's not that big a bird, right? I want some up near his head, though. A little one. All right. All right, that's wing. That's wing. That's belly. That's his back right there, down to about there. All right. Let's do another little piece down here. What the heck? I might be getting carried away, CB, because his tail goes up to about there. So let's go ahead and put one in there. All right, that's it. That bird looks like he has shingles. He definitely looks like there's something going on, right? All right, I'm going to go ahead and just rinse your brush before you stick in your paint. Just saying. These patches are probably going to end up a little bit darker. I'm glad I used the brown though. The brown side of it. Because they seem to kind of mix in pretty good. So, oops. If they start curling up, you guys are going to know that that Elmer's Extreme Glue was not the best choice. Just saying. All right. I definitely tore up too much paper. All right. Where's my little red here? I'm going to go ahead and get some black out. Oh, yeah. With the, if you don't use a glue that's not water soluble, yeah, they would curl right up. It's kind of one of the things you got to think about. But we went with it, and so far, so good. All right, I want to use the black. Let's see what we got here. I think I'm going to use Payne's Gray, really, rather than black for his wings. I like the Payne's Gray. I've got neutral tint, which is almost black. I don't have actual black. And then Payne's Gray. Payne's Gray, to me, is just a richer, dark color. So I'm going to use the Payne's Gray, I think. And hopefully it won't be so opaque that you can't see a little bit of the red go through it. And that will depend on how thin I get it. Or thick, as the case may be. So we'll just see. Hopefully I can see my drawing underneath it. Okay, it starts right about here. Yeah, this is going to be good. With a couple of coats, I'll be able to. Just looking. It's got to go beyond the branch. I didn't let that dry completely, but that's fine. We're not going to worry about it. Okay, his wings actually got to come all the way down to about here. And we'll do some of the detail with white pen when I'm done. I get a couple coats on here so it's dark enough. And this is like, I almost wasted my time doing that sketch, honestly. I can't hardly see it underneath there, so I'm eyeballing this. Okay, I'm going to dry this so I can do another coat. And let's put in about where his eyeball's going to be. There's his beak. Right in here. I actually will do his eyeball with a pen, but that's about where his eyeball's going to be. Got him? All right, I'm going to hit it with a heat gun so I can go back over it. Only I like that you can see the red through it, so I want to leave some of that. Hi, Dee. I just happened to look over at chat, and there you are. Okay, do you guys see how well that resist worked? So yeah, these little crayons you can get in the watercolor department at Hobby Lobby, and they work awesome. 10 times better than Crayola. If Crayola is all you got, use it, but these work really, really good. What is Eileen saying? Oh my God, Sandra, thank you. You need a long nap. Why does she need a long nap? Because I'm watercoloring, Eileen. I'm going to use the smaller brush this time, I think. Now I'm going to add white when this is all dry, so you'll have more detail when it's all said and done. Okay, that's good because I can still see a little bit of the red through it. Yeah, that worked out good. Sometimes I just have to experiment because I don't really know what to expect. So that worked out good because I can still see some of the red and the lines through it. So that be's good. Okay, that's looking good. Now I'm going to go ahead and use a pen right now. Yeah, this one will work. And I'm going to draw his beak in so I can shade it. Well, I've got the paints out and everything, so the paint's fairly dry. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, that might be light enough. You're falling asleep. This is boring. Wake up. I'm fairly close to done here, so all I got left is to put in the branch. I need a good brown. Let's see what brown we got. I think I'm going to go with burnt umber. I guess I'm going to have to get out another palette because there's nothing I can mix that with. So I'll just get out another one. Yes, I think the burnt umber. Let the bird dry and we'll go ahead and paint in. Tree limb here.
Are you still on the thing?
Yes, I am.
Just real quick and tell me what to do with it.
Ignore it. Delete it. Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And here's another one. Now,
We can do that later.
it'll be,
Yeah, ignore it.
okay.
All right. We'll darken that a little bit when it dries. Hi to Sweet Robert. He's already gone. Another thing I need to do, I'm going to do it with the darker paint. I need to put a little foot in there, but that needs to dry first. So let me go ahead and dry it real quick. My bird isn't as fat as hers. I thought mine was going to be fatter, but oh well. 3 hours at the DMV. Oh, geez. That's one nice thing about living in a small town, Debbie. I walk in, I'm the only one in the place. That's terrible. That's really bad. We don't call them DMVs here, though. We call them tag agencies. And you go there to get your license plate, your driver's license, register to vote, everything. All in the same place. All right, I want a little bit darker, so I'm going to go to the sepia. And I don't need a bunch of it, so I'm going to take it right out of here. And I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of dark on the bottom of the branch. Okay. Just thinking if I need to just do the white now. All right. I think I'm going to do the detail because I'm getting close to done here. Looking for my favorite white pen. Hopefully it's dry enough that the pen will work on it. This pen usually works awesome, so could be the paper's not completely dry enough yet. I'm not sure how well you guys can see this on camera, but you can see a little bit of red through this dark, and it looks pretty cool. use the plastic nib pen. I don't know, this is not the favorite thing I've ever done, but it's not horrible. She didn't ink around hers. I like the ink, so. If I was more meticulous with my edges, I wouldn't probably feel the need to do that, but. There's probably a ton more I could do for detail and stuff like that. Probably I'm not going to. You need the marriage books if you need. All right, I'm not sure I can do anything to fix that background though, where I let it pool. I think that's just going to be part of the deal. The only thing I could do is maybe get it wet again and add more, but I don't think I'm going to. Just call it learning experience. Down here, use maiden name as your middle name in your license if you are married. Huh. I wonder if that's why my grandmother always used her maiden name as her middle name. I don't know. So there you go. There's the bird. There's the bird. Mine could have been a little bit fatter. I should have made it a little bit fatter. Looks like a parrot kissing the bird. Oh, that's right. Up here it does. Maybe it's made in heaven coming down to smooch on it. But yeah, you're right. It does look like a parrot up there. Or a moose's nose. Anyway. All right, let me pull over and see if that salt one did anything. Eileen, I have so much stuff here. I probably will go ahead and put that bird in my file folder, learning experience. Okay, let me drag it over here and see what we got going on. I'm eager to see if it dried at all. Oh yeah, I can see some places where it's drawn it in. I can't really remove the salt yet because it's not dry. But let me see if there's any place where I can. Okay, there's one that you can kind of see. Yeah, but I want to leave it and let it dry naturally. Let me see if I can pick it up. See down here, that mark right there? The salt did that one. So if I let it dry on places where there was a lot of water and a lot of pigment, I'm going to get very distinct marks, undoubtedly. So I guess I could try. Now I'll just finish it later and then post it. Yeah. So where's the other one? So this was the first magical flower background. I like it. Not bad. And then this is the second one that we did with salt. I'll put one of them in the book, probably not both of them in the book. And then the bird. See, I need to just stop. Just leave it alone. But it's definitely making marks. So, yep, see right there where it made that big old mark? I'm so tempted just to take it off right now, but I know it's stupid that I should just leave it alone. But I want to take it off right now. That's my problem, is I'm impatient. A stingray in the water. Oh, where this fell? A stingray in the water. You have the most amazing imagination, Z. And I really enjoyed your stream last night, Z. It was fun. Salt, salt, like the Jimmy Buffett song. Yep, I love Jimmy Buffett. Love me some Jimmy Buffett. I'm so want to take this off. Yeah, everywhere I put the salt, there's a little mark. So I'm just going to let it dry naturally. I think it'll look really cool. And then I'll finish the flower after that. So, yeah. And Z, I'm so dying to go shop in your store, but I'm really on a no spend until I get my roof done. So I wish you'd quit showing all that crap, because I'm not letting myself have any of it for a while. No hauls for this girl. I know what I'm going to end up doing with this bird to fix that background that I don't like. I'm going to go ahead and probably paint in some leaves to distract from it. Like the magical one you did best today. Well, I knew you would. Sometimes I do try and please you. I don't know why, but I do. But yeah, this one's going to be pretty cool when it's done. It'll take another hour or two to dry, would be my guess. I know you can't keep stuff in your store, so I never worry about whether or not you've got customers coming through. I know you do. And for those of you who are new or don't know, Xandra, who's in chat right now, streams, and she also has a website where you can buy the coolest stuff, Paint and Paper Studio. Yeah, go there and look. She has like the coolest stuff in that shop. So, well, thank you guys. I think I'm going to call it a day. Eileen, thanks for the mess. I have to clean up now. Some of it's mine, but most of it's yours. And I'll post a picture of this on Instagram or Twitter or someplace. I'll go ahead and do it. But yeah, the bird is going to get some leaves or something. But I did like the way the resist worked. Like that resist, this crayon resist. Yeah, you want resist, that's the thing to use. And they're really cheap. I used my 40% off coupon on them, so I got them for like $4 for $1 or something. So that worked really good. I will say that. So you guys, art, have some fun, be kind, and I appreciate you hanging with me, as always. Thank you so much. And love you guys. I'll see you later. You're welcome. You stayed awake. Only because you wanted to bug me, Eileen. Only because you were bugging me. You shopped this morning. All right, I'm out of here. Gotta go. Later, Gators.